What's up, everybody? Carman again. I'm wrapping up 3 videos I just shot real quick, but this is the last one, and this is going to be on a 3.0 V6, which is in your tributes and escapes. And what I basically have is I have a series, actually I had several series vacuum leaks, which after testing it, I decided that my problem was coming partially from my intake leaking, and so I wanted to give you guys a couple tips on this and explain to you how number one, that I knew that, number two, what it's actually involved in doing it. Actually taking the intake off is pretty simple. It's just an 8mm bolts. You know, there's a set of 8 or 10 of them on it, and you know, a couple little things attached, and it comes off pretty easy, so I'm not going to waste a lot of time on that. But what's more importantly is when you get down there, what you're actually looking at. See, the first thing I noticed when I got down there, let me see if I can actually get a light on that bad boy. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and open up my little friend here. Nope, it's dead too. All right, kids, hold on. Let me wrap this in my hand. Unhook the camera. There we go. Sorry about the little drunk feeling for a second, because I'm walking with the camera. But it's that important. That's why I want to show it to you. Okay, so, alright. So right off Jump Street, we can see that this is nice and pretty and carbonated, right? Carbonated. Got plenty of nice black carbon buildup. Plenty of black carbon buildup. Plenty. Now when you come right here, hey, what's going on with that? All of a sudden, now that fuel, that carburetor cleaner that I was spraying in there is getting sucked up into the intake, which right there that can only happen in the case that that I'm actually producing the carburetor cleaner and it's getting sucked up. As you can see, it would look just like this. The carburetor cleaner should have never been able to discolor it or come in there. So that's rule number one. Number two, upon further looking at it, let's see if I can kind of get a... Alright, here we go. So right here when I'm feeling this, I can't feel the gasket anymore. Can't feel the gasket at all. I mean, this gasket is hard as a freaking brick. So this is the upper intake gasket, but this thing has a lower intake as well. Each side has their own separate one, and on the bottom of them, they can leak too. So you don't have 6 gaskets, you have 12 gaskets on the 3.0 Ford. So let me go over here and take a look at those real quick, and we'll do some studying on those too. Hang on one second. Okay, so this is the adjoining, that was the same intake passage that we first looked at a second ago. As we see, it is discolored on this side as well. This right here is the top part, and at the bottom is what concerns me, as it goes all the way down. Now, looking a little further, that's got plenty good. That's a little too washed out for me right there. I think that's got a little bit in it too. Definitely from right here, what I think is going on, I think we have a leak at the bottom, and it's sucking it up, and maybe there too. So definitely a minimum of 4 gaskets have failed on this. Not to mention I have a stopped up PCV valve, not to mention I have a collapsed hose. I mean, I have the perfect storm of absolute bad breathing and air mix inside of this vehicle, but that's not going to be your problem. I'm just bringing this out to you because I want you to clearly understand it. And what happens to this is, I'll go back to the other one and show you. Okay, guys, let me see if I can get this thing to work while juggling it. Alright, so here's what actually happens. This gasket right here, that's my new tool. I just did a video on this because this is another application. So these things become so hard. Getting it out right there. It's hard to do the camera while I'm actually doing this, but all I need is just a part of it to come out, and Ah, there we go. See how slick that bad boy is? Alright, so we're going to pull this out. And I can tell you right now by touching this thing is it started to harden. And it's semi-brittle. And as you see, classically right here, it's got it doesn't stick out at all. But the kit comes with ones for the top and the bottom. And you can tell the difference because the ones on the top are definitely oval. But most importantly about this, I'm just sliding this in real quick just to show you. See, when I rub my finger on this, I have gasket. When I rub my finger over here, I have nothing. Nothing. Don't feel nothing. And what's happened is this thing has shrunk over time, and this is where the air leak comes in at. So it cost about $15. Here's your Felpro pack right here. There's your part numbers for it. It's a manifold set. Comes with a throttle body. Looks like the bypass valve. These ones that are shaped like this are for the bottom. You see there's designed for the injector, and of course the tops are oval. But it's not that I didn't make that big a deal about this, but this is because this can save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Now, a few minutes of time to actually just pull this manifold off. Like I said, it's no hard work whatsoever. Just pull it off. Change these. It's $15 for God's sakes, and the problem's gone away. Now you have something that's sealed, and you don't have to worry about this again. Like I said, Fords are miserable when they have too much air. They're just miserable. The oxygen, they just can't deal with it. It's just emotionally too much. It's mentally too much. They cannot deal. They cannot cope. Now, as far as taking this apart, it's really, really simple. But you will have to take the injector rail out, which is, like I said, it's nothing. It's like 4 little bolts. You know, unsnap them. It kind of slides off. And as you see, I took it off with the throttle body still on it. The purge solenoid still over there, and I just unbolted the EGR. So I made this super simple. And just for argument's sake, let me flip this thing over because I want to show you. There's not really that many. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. One of these goes to the EGR solenoid. And the other one might go to the EGR. I can't remember. Or no, this goes from here to the EGR. So you'll have one from there to the EGR. One, this is probably to the brake. No, this is to the PCV system. And the other hose is probably honestly going to the brake booster. And the other one's going to another, you'll see a little red clip-on plug-in to this system. So just 3 of them there. And then you'll have a line that runs down the bottom that's connected to the fuel rail. As far as that and the PCV lines, which they're not related to this, I think that's the only lines that are actually being fed off of this that I can remember. I think you got these 3, and then the one independent one on the bottom, which operates the fuel pressure regulator. Outside of that, that's it. So this is very, very, very simple. This right here is a quick disconnect. Just push it, swing, swing. Same thing with this. It's a pop off and slide out for the cable. I mean, this is real simple stuff, guys. But anyway, I don't know if this is going to help you or not, guys. I just wanted to share it with you because it will literally save you a lot of countless time. And how you know you need to go there is real simple. You see around the edges, you just need to soak that bad boy with carburetor cleaner. And make sure you get enough in there to where it can actually go down. If that engine pitch changes and she picks up in revs, RPMs go up, that means the top comes off. You got to take it off. Take those lower intakes off. Don't half-ass it. Just take them both off. Do the job. Do what you got to do. And anyway, hopefully with my little project, hopefully this will resolve it. This car had a lot of backed up pressure in it, so it ain't sure really what's going to happen, but we'll see. I think this is going to resolve it, but if not, I'll just keep fixing it. Meanwhile, nothing but love from the comments. Subscribe. We're going live on Fridays. Don't miss it. And what else we got going on? We support our military. Got some Facebook stuff, trying to get that done. As soon as the Facebook comes live, I'm going to tell y'all. Only reason I'm going to do the Facebook thing is because it's so easy to communicate back and forth. Because y'all have pictures and this and that, and y'all need help with stuff, and y'all need it like right now. And it's just hard for me to do it off of Google. You follow me. Meanwhile, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. We're going to be the biggest and the baddest out there. Meanwhile, see you on the flip. The next flip. And tomorrow's Mother's Day, so I'll probably be quiet, but no guarantees. See ya!